Good morning, Dubai. How are you doing? Welcome to the Lovin Daily. Today's show is brought to you by Paw Pals as part of Dubai's Business Bounce Back campaign. Now, Paw Pals is a home-based pet care company in Dubai who offer pet sitting, pet training, dog walking, and relocation. And they're actually force-free, meaning they don't use force and they encourage pet training with kindness, which we love. If you guys want to support Paw Pals, you can find them at pawpals.ae. Now, while Paw Pals is the sponsor of the show, the opinions and statements that follow are Lovin Dubai's. We actually might talk a little bit more about bounce back when we get to our final story, which is the fact that the Point Beach is now dog friendly, which is very exciting for dog owners in the city. We're also talking about the fact that the UAE is really looking to open up borders, which is very exciting. 100% of government workforce are back today. So I want to know, are you guys back at work today? Are you still working from home? What is your office doing? What is your situation? But we'll jump into our first story, which is the fact that if you are considering traveling this summer, and as we talk about the fact that borders are reopening, it may kind of pop into your mind that you want to go for a break or see your family or loved ones abroad. 14-day quarantine is mandatory for anyone returning to the UAE. So this weekend, new guidelines were issued by Dubai Tourism for anyone who flies into the UAE. All returning residents will be tested for COVID-19 at the Dubai airport upon arrival, and residents will also have to install the COVID-19 DXB app, which we've talked about a lot before. You will have to install that on your phone. Also, if you want to go the hotel quarantine, you'll have to pay for that stay. And you can actually choose the hotel from a list provided on the official website, which I think is very interesting, which hotels are there. I haven't actually checked, but it would be like, are we talking 5-star, 4-star? And do they cost it based on that? I think that's another story. But anyway, for you must have ICA. For anyone traveling, you must have ICA approval before flying into the UAE. Do not purchase a ticket without it. I think that's key. As we've seen this weekend, which is very exciting, a number of the residents abroad are beginning to get approval to come back, which is fantastic. They're getting that approval on the ICA, then they purchase their flights. And we've seen kind of a bigger number than usual, which is really heartwarming. All of those residents will begin to return. But it's worth noting that if you are planning to travel, I think this is key for parents, teachers, students especially. I think the majority of us will probably work a little bit this summer, maybe not do the summer plans that we were planning because of COVID-19, but many who are in school or who parents who have their kids in school, you obviously have a bit of a longer summer ahead, so you may be considering travel. So I think this information is key for you guys, that if you are planning to travel, you may even also have to quarantine in the city that you're going to or the country that you're going to. So it's worth taking into account that you may need a month on either side. So the 2 weeks when you get to that country and then the 2 weeks when you come back. So is it something that you guys are thinking of it? Chai, have you any travel plans this weekend, this summer?
That's a
even?
lot of holidays.
Well,
1 month?
but students, kids and teachers, they have 2 months to play with. So it may be an option for them. And as we're talking about borders reopening, it's not really an option for us, right?
Yeah, it's not an option for us. Yeah.
It's not really an option for most of us. But if you have 2 months to play with, then it may be an option for you.
Because like you said, when you go to the other country, I'm sure they'll have their rules and regulations.
Yeah.
Either 1 week or 2 weeks. And then you get to start your holiday.
But it's not really a holiday because it's not like you can go and see everyone.
True.
Because obviously you're trying to be responsible and keep it with a close, smaller group. Maybe it depends on the country you're going to.
Yeah.
So it depends where we're from and how bad the situation is there. A quick, if you're on Instagram, you can't see the numbers. A quick recap of the numbers that have come through in the last 24 hours. 491 new cases, 815 recoveries. We're now at a total of 41,990 cases in the UAE and a total of 26,761 recoveries. We'll move on to our next story, which is that Dubai Tourism says authorities are preparing to fully reopen UAE borders. So we have no dates yet, that's very important to note, but Dubai Tourism is looking at measures to reopen all borders, which is very exciting. It shows that the city is opening up again. So a statement read, authorities are preparing for a reopening of UAE borders subject to the removal of travel restrictions by implementing a series of strategic measures in conjunction with their federal counterparts designed to ensure the virus does not enter the emirate through its sea or land ports. Travellers will be welcome to Dubai in a safe and secure environment, ensuring seamless use of contactless technologies and advanced equipment for screening incoming and outgoing passengers. So this is all very important, and it's also important that we will be safeguarding the city from any spread of infection. And if you're on Facebook, you can see the video beside me. which Dubai Tourism has shared, and it's about welcoming people back to the UAE. We don't have a date yet, but it's a very positive, saying that the city is ready to reopen, and it shows kind of a lot of the activities that we'll be soon enjoying to do again with our friends and family when the city is ready. So like I said, no date yet, but it's very positive hearing this news. It's been a long couple of months. I think borders closed on March 19th. It kind of put everyone in a bit of a limbo. This is kind of an unprecedented time. We didn't know, and now it's so amazing to be able to bring you this positive news that the UAE is looking at reopening borders and that residents stranded abroad are getting their approvals to come back. It's all positive on this Sunday morning. And we'll leave you with our final story, guys, which is the beach at the Point is now dog friendly and residents are loving it. We know that as dog owners have also had a bit of a tricky time. There are not many places, there are not many public spaces that you can take dogs. Of course, parks are in general not open to dogs on most beaches. However, the Point has announced that you can bring your dog to the open beach at the Point. I think it opened last weekend. I went there to check it out yesterday, and it was so amazing to see so many dog owners and their dogs. So even if you're not a dog owner, but you would love to be, but you can't be because of whatever reason, I would recommend going down and checking it out. Jai's looking at me because you are a dog person, but you don't have a dog, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. You just go to the Point and just meet so many, like so many breeds, so many different sizes and different types of dogs, just making friends. So the rules are, and I think it's very important that the rules are stuck to, so that other places will also possibly think, that looks quite friendly. Maybe we'll also open up to dogs. So you have to have your dog on leash, and the dogs are not allowed in the water. But it's still kind of an open area for, I think, dogs to socialize amongst themselves, which is so important. And what's pretty cool is that obviously there's a restaurant on the Point. Shout out to you guys, Chicago Meatpackers, because you actually allow dogs. That's that's also very friendly. And also as well on the Palm, if you know Club Vista Mar, that beautiful stretch of restaurants, the Tap House there, Breeze Beach Grill, they also allow dogs. So the Point, I feel, is kind of opening up a little bit. We may see more of it. Rough, friendly places, very exciting. And it was very cool, as long as you remember to clean up after your dog. Very important. But I do think that dog owners in the UAE, it's a big decision to actually decide to get a dog, of course, because the city is not hugely friendly. So I think you're undertaking something that's quite big. So you know, all of, like, everyone that we met there had their bags, had their water for their dogs. It's all very well organized. Anyway, huge news for dog owners. And if you're considering getting a dog, maybe it's there, you can go and meet people and ask questions. Anyway, before we leave you, quick shout out again to Paw Pals, brought to you by the Business Bounce Back campaign. It's the second week of Business Bounce Back, which is when Lovin Dubai shouts out companies who've been affected by COVID-19. Very excited to talk about Paw Pals on this day. Those are our top stories, guys. We're back with you tomorrow morning. Stay safe, wash your hands, and be responsible. Have a great day. Bye. Now I'll do this.